I just wanted to say that we're all excited to be here on this special occasion. And I would like to add all the ladies, you all look absolutely stunning today. So let's just round of applause for them today. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Peter, and I was given the honor to stand with Brian today and be his best man. To give you a little background information on mine and Brian's relationship, I've known Brian more than half my life. That's almost 18 years now. We went back in junior high, and then we ended up going to the same high school and the same college. I guess some might say we were inseparable, or the complete opposite, and we just couldn't get rid of each other. In junior high, I heard from others that Brian really didn't like me. But hey, I also thought he was a little bit awkward himself. Just as some of you know, when you meet Brian for the first time, you usually have a very serious look on his face. Sometimes you're not sure what he's thinking. It can be kind of intimidating a little bit, but deep down inside, he's a major softie, and probably one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. That's unless you try to, get in touch with his more competitive side and try to, wrestle him, for example, like some of us know too well, like Jerry and Joe right there. You'll just end up with an unsuccessful attempt. I never made that mistake though. So, one thing you probably know about Brian too, he's been working out a lot, so he's very strong. He's always in CrossFit these days, as everyone that Lori mentioned earlier. And he's lifting a massive amount of weight. His legs are like tree trunks now. His tuxedo didn't fit him. Like, it's so tight on him. It was about his button pop earlier. So, he's just really strong. He's always been that guy that, wanted to lift more than any of his friends. So it actually made him really useful because he always got picked to lift the heaviest furniture. And he really got like a sense of joy out of it. He's like, I want to lift that sofa myself or that bed myself. He didn't want any help, so. Also with Brian, I've never met anyone that could eat as much as this guy. I think in one sitting, I always talk about this, he ate 7 Jumbo Jacks in one sitting. I don't think he does that anymore. He's got to maintain his figure a little bit more, so. But also one thing, if you're ever in the car with him now, with all that protein he's been eating, just make sure you roll down the window because it's going to hit you when you least expect it. So just make sure you watch out for that, alright? Anyway, back to Brian and Ashley. I think, it was about 2.5 years ago when Brian and Ashley first started dating. He came over to my house and he was like, I want a haircut. I always just cut his hair and he wanted a really short, like a crew cut kind of haircut. So thinking back, I'm assuming it was to impress her. But pre-Ashley, Brian had a very Justin Bieber, Chinese pop star kind of haircut going on. He wore very shiny clothes. It was like spikes on shoulders. It was called like Rebel Spirit and Affliction. And he also wore a shiny skull belt. So it was an interesting fashion. But thanks to Ashley for helping him, but mostly us, because that style was really throwing our game off. So. But in all seriousness, I love Brian. He's been an awesome friend all these years. And more than a friend, he's my brother. He's always been there for me, and there's nothing I wouldn't do for him. He's the most selfless guy I know, and always places your needs before his own. That's like one of his important traits, I think. And although I don't see Brian as often these days, it's never awkward or different when you meet. It's like nothing changed, and you always have a good time like the old days. Lastly, now Ashley, I know you found a true person in Brian, and I know Brian is even luckier to have found you. You helped him guide him in the right direction when times were tough. And when I heard about how you helped connect Brian with his family, that showed me how much love you have for the guy, and that you two were meant to be together. So I just want to say, I just offer my blessings to you both, my friends, for a long, prosperous, and happy life together. Everybody, how many friends, can we raise our glasses to a toast? I don't have one, but, raise our glasses to the new Mr. and Mrs. Brian Lane.